So let's talk about seasons. How do you discern when a season is over? You know what discernment is, and you know what seasons are. So you extrapolate this to any aspect of your life. So the one way you can know a season is over, or should I say, one of the ways you can know a season is over, is that everything stops working. No matter how hard you try, it stops working. This is something that used to work before. This is something you know, like you have the systems and structures. You know that this is how it works, and every time you do it, it works. But all of a sudden, it stops working. You try to do it, it stops working. You try to make it work, it stops working. You try all you can to do it, it stops working. Obviously, this is a sign that this season is over. But sometimes you try to not think about the aspect of it being over, because I mean it should work because that's always been working, right? But you oftentimes forget that okay, maybe the season of this thing is over. Maybe it's time to, move on or like do something else. But you try to still do it, you try to still put in your all, you still try to make it work, and it's not working. The season is over. Just let it be and move on. And why discernment is key in this is because sometimes it can just be normal life that's making it not to work. It doesn't have to be that the season is over. That's why your discernment has to be sharp enough to know that okay, this means the season is over and not just normal life hurdles and stuff like that. Another way you can know that a season is over is that things I used to enjoy just stops coming. Like the grace connected to what you're doing or the situation or the season stops coming. There are things that normally in everybody's life, there are things that you get easily. You might be taking it for granted, but like it's a grace that you get so easily. But then you just notice that this thing is not as easy as it used to be. This thing is not coming as fast as it should come, or it's not coming as easy, or it's not flowing as it used to be. That means the season is over. That means it's time to, move into the next season. You try all you can, but it's not working. You're not enjoying the privileges. You're not enjoying the the privileges. Yeah, that's the only word I can use in this aspect that comes with this season. It just stops for no reason. It's not you didn't do anything. Like there is no, you can't find a reason why these things are stopping or why these things are not working as it should. But then it's just not flowing. It's just not coming. It just stops. It's coming that the season is over and it's time to move into what's next. But then you might not be able, key discernment, you might not be able to tell that's okay, this is what it is. And sometimes you might still maybe be overlooking some things. That's why your discernment has to be sharp when it comes to seasons, because sometimes it's still your season and maybe there's some things you need to do differently. And other times it's just a very glaring sign that look, this ain't working anymore. It's trying to tell you that it's time to move into a new season. So things not flowing, things not coming, you're not enjoying the normal grace you do enjoy in this season. It's not coming anymore. It's not flowing as it used to. It's a sign that you need to move into the next season. Another sign you need to know or watch out for when it comes to the end of a season is that the people connected to that season, like the friends, the circle, the network which is connected to that season that you're in, it just starts to break. It starts to fade. Like it just starts to fall off. Like you just see that the network around that season, like the friends, like whatever relationship you have formed around that season of your life, for no reason or for no just reason at all, it starts to, shake. Like it's not strong as it used to. The bond is not strong, or like whatever was holding it just seems to not be enough anymore. Like that's just a sign that okay, you need to, this season is over. We need to, look at what's next. But oftentimes you can just ignore this and keep trying to make this relationship work. You keep trying to make the friendship, or you keep trying to maintain the network and the cycle. I know sometimes you see networking as like maybe the network you have created. Yes, there are some networks that can, last you a lifetime, but I'm talking about seasons. You should know what, should know what you have formed in a season, and you should know that okay, this is what's connected to this season, and now it's no longer working, it's no longer beneficial, it's shaking. Like unnecessary things just makes like it break, or like it's just not what it used to be. It's a sign that this season is over. Like oftentimes it is better you catch this aspect on time, because network is something that can last. Like you might need If I'm talking about, if it's about like people, friends, if it's friendship, relationship, or like, colleagues or something, I don't know, just extrapolate this to your life. It can be something you might need later. So it's very key to discern this aspect very early. So you can live in peace, or you can just find a way to use your wisdom to, you know, apply it and then live peacefully. So that if anything comes up in future, there can be a way you can still call on this person, or like there's still at least a ground for that connection, to come again. When it comes to people, I don't advise you just cut people off, or you just be so, like, you just discard your network just like that, because I mean, relationship is key, relationship is very important. So use your discernment and be very, very sure that this is what it is before you make your decision. Another thing that signifies a season is over, like the end of a season, is that no matter what you do, it doesn't work. It does not work. This is something you know how to do. This is something that you are used to. This is something that you know the nook and crannies of it. But it's not just working. Like, you're now struggling to get it to work. When normally you do it at ease, when normally everything comes at ease, when normally it's always so smooth and easy. But now you're struggling. You're really struggling. And then oftentimes this is where people get stuck, because this is like the last bridge of it all. You are struggling to make this work. The fact that you are struggling, discern that this is not, maybe this is like a normal usual struggle in the business, but if it's an unusual one, it can be a sign that this season is over and you have to pivot, you have to move into a higher season. Most times when seasons are over, it's because a higher one is calling. And in this particular season, when I'm talking about this struggle season, because some people can get stuck in the struggle, they keep struggling, keep hustling, keep going deep into the struggle, trying to make it work, because they feel like, okay, I know that this thing used to work before, I know that this is how it used to be, like I know, like you keep, it can just keep you trapped, because you feel like you can get out of it by struggling more, by like trying to make it work, when you can just leave it, like you can just like let go of the season and move into the next season. And what makes what you can use to identify this season is that you start to hunger for something more. That is, you start to find another interest. Like, so your heart or your mind starts to be going towards a particular something. Like, you just start having interest in something else. Don't discard it. Don't see it as a distraction. Maybe that is your subconscious, or maybe that is even God trying to tell you that this is the next season. This is what we're doing now. Pay attention to this. Come this way, come this way. But yeah, no, 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 no. I want to die here. You will actually die there if you don't leave. So just learn how to just enjoy seasons. Seasons come in life. Like, life comes in seasons. Like, enjoy the season when you are in a season in your life. And one thing about me, one thing that I'm very proud, I'm very happy about my life, is that in every season of my life, oh my God, I leave it to be. I feel like I maximize my seasons. Like, I make sure that I do everything I have to do in that season, so that when that season is over, I know that it is over, and then I move into the next season. Like, I feel like, I don't know, God has just always been by my side. God is actually by your side. So God is by our side. God is always with us everywhere. And, you know, every season of my life, I have always enjoyed it to the fullest. The good seasons, the bad seasons, every season. Like, I'm very serious. I don't know. I just find a way of doing everything that can be possibly done in that particular season. And once that season is done, I have this very sharp discernment to know that yes, this season is over. And then I move into the next season. And in that season, it's like, if you now, like, the people that like, when I'm in the next season, it's almost as if the season I'm coming from never existed. Like, I don't know how I'm able to function like that, but that's just how my life has been. Right now, I'm in a new season, and trust me, the season I'm coming from is nothing like this season. And I don't know what the next season is going to be, but I know that when it's time to get to the next season, I'm going to get there, because that is life. That is the evolution of life. Seasons are the evolution of your life. You know how you have different year in your life, you have different seasons, but the thing with seasons, it's not calculated by your years, it's calculated by the seasons. You get? So once it's time to move, it's not a bad thing. make sure that you move, like allow yourself to just get into the next season, because trust me, there is more, there is always more to life than you think there is. And most people that don't allow themselves to live life like this, they end up very bitter when they see other people living life like this, because they feel like they've settled, or they feel like they like what they have settled for, or what they're experiencing is is like a cap of okay, I can't really talk about this. You know, guys, one thing about me, it's hard to explain something I cannot relate to. So I cannot relate to people that I can't relate to that I can explain it. I'm sorry. So that's what I'm trying to say. Just avoid remaining in the season and not letting go of that season so you can enter into the new one, because there are disadvantages which you will get to experience. Hopefully you will share your experience with us, but I can't relate, so I don't know. But in essence, just recognize any of the things I have said, so you can be able to discern it when you start passing through them in your life, and then make sure you enjoy every season of your life. That's why it's good to always be grateful for every aspect of your life, because you don't know when it is over. Sometimes it's time to move to a new season, but you're not done with the old season, but there's nothing you can do about it. You can either waste your time, wait there and delay your life progress, or you move and just live with the guilt of what you did not enjoy in that season, good or bad. Do you get? So be mindful. Always put your feet at where your two legs is at, and enjoy your season. Enjoy whatever is going on, because your life is not static. You're not planted. You're not a plant. You're not planted in one place. Your life is dynamic. It changes from time to time. You can move. You're a human being. You have freedom. You have choice. Like, you have free will. So enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy the freedom that comes with being a human being, and enjoy the progress and the process of life and the evolution of your seasons, okay? So thank you so much. Make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe. Subscribe, like, gets me to 500. I'd really appreciate. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Bye.